Hello and welcome. On the show today, my guest is someone who can easily claim to be the most read contemporary Indian writer in English. His books have been made into movies, his views appear in national dailies and on primetime TV. But why I like this guest and why I like this writer is because his stories breathe life into people and into an India that many, including marketers, policymakers and the media, tend to see as just numbers. Please welcome Chetan Bhagat, who is getting ready to release his 5th book, Revolution 2020, next week. Chetan, lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is becoming a tradition. I've read the book, so thanks for the advance copy.
Thank you so much, and you're one of the early ones, so keep it till it comes out. No spoilers on the show.
No spoilers on the show, but do you want to know what I think?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Oh, really? Do you want? I don't think you want to know what I think.
No, as long as it's good, I don't know. No.
Okay, so the verdict is that you haven't lost your touch.
But that's it.
That's
I think it's you know, I deal with so much expectations and it's getting harder. Like you said, I write about ordinary people and it's not a murder mystery that you can just have a new murder every time and keep going. It's about people, and to write a story and keep the touch going is difficult. And I think as long as I've kept the touch and done something different at the same time, I'm happy.
So let me tell your fans what to expect. So the trademark Chetan Bhagat special appearance in the prologue is there.
You can't resist giving out things, huh? It's okay.
This is fans should feel reassured, right? They know what they're coming to you for. There is the protagonist who is no hero but can be quite heroic, and really the theme and context of this book is about the inadequacies of our education system. Have I summed it up right?
Yes, and especially the non-elite colleges. I have written about education system in my first book, but that was on an elitist college where we are talking of, oh, are we being innovative enough versus rote methods. But here, you know, in India, if you're not in the top 5%, you basically, you don't just go down a notch in a college, you just fall off a cliff. And what is happening in those non-elite colleges is what I wanted to cover. That pretty much covers the entire higher education system, I think.
Your story is about the guys who didn't make it like you did, who didn't get that ticket to a complete revolution in their own lives, isn't it? The IIT, and then for you, the IIM ticket.
Yeah, I'm like a outlier in a freak case. You know, it's not the norm that people get a chance to get a good education and get jobs so easily. It's for the millions of students. You know, IITs take 2%, even the NITs take 3-4%. What about the other 90%? It's not like they're stupid people, but they find it hard. You know, they're judged a lot, and you see Delhi University cutoffs going so much. But what happens to them after that? You know, did you make it or not is the first question. But if you don't, what happens to them after that? I think I wanted to bring that out on a love story platform. I think you should clarify to people that it's pretty much a love story, and in trademark Chetan style, there is a lot of the usual romantic elements in the book also. So yeah.
You're looking at the private education system, you're looking at the fact that India now today has a lot of job opportunities, but the training facilities, you know, the skill development for those jobs is where a lot of challenges lie, right? It's also embedded in the endemic corruption in the system.
This is even within the education, I can't cover it all, so I've covered the corruption. I'm a capitalist at heart. I have no problem in commercializing the education system. It's fine. But what they've done is they've made a system in which it has to be a no profit low loss, which is impractical. Nobody does that. So the only people who come in are people who can derive a profit out of this no profit no loss, which means illegal methods, black money. So you find people who are liquor barons and sari shop owners and mithai shop owners opening colleges and taking black money out of it. Whereas if you commercialized it and allowed people to make a profit, you could have an Infosys opening a university, you could have a Reliance opening a university. You know, at least they'll maintain a certain standard because there is a certain corporate behind it. These fixes can easily be done, but because they're not being done, and it's a bit like bootlegging, you know, it makes so much money for people in the system that there is no reason
to change the status quo.
Yeah, but you know, when you have corruption in, let's say, a road building, you have like potholed roads, but when you have corruption in education, you have like potholed minds, which are going to be our so-called future youth generation. And if millions of kids are going to go through that, and come up with substandard education, I mean, it's not going to be good for the country.
What is interesting to me is the timing of this book. We've just seen this huge support for Anna Hazare's movement,
anti-corruption,
the anti-corruption movement, to get the Jan Lokpal bill passed, right? So the timing of the book should resonate, should help.
Yes.
But is it design or is it luck?
It can't. It's luck. It's luck. It's luck, you can say, or you can say it's part of my job to pick the pulse of the people. Because if it's a column on Anna Hazare, I can obviously just see what's happening and write it in a day. But if it's a book, it takes a good 2 years, and it's something I had started writing even before Egypt happened, you know. In fact, 2 years back, you can see some interviews to the Guardian and all. I've said that India needs a revolution. Those were the underpinnings, you know, when even in One Night at Call Center, one of the characters mentions that we need a revolution.
Yeah.
And
no, in fact, you have in your previous, in your previous conversations with me, you have talked about the fact, or you expressed concern about the fact that when people talk about the youth in India, you're talking about or trying to tap into their spending power,
yes,
but not, the youth as a mass, because it's not a cohesive vote bank, cannot effect change. So this is something that you have been interested in.
These ideas have been there in me. I never thought I could overlay a story on it, but finally, through these private colleges, I found that this is a good platform to do it. I was very scared of this book. You know, other books, Two States and all, it's a love marriage story, it's okay. But I thought, who will read a book on corruption? 3-4 years back, people were just, today it's top of mind for you.